Hey everyone, Anthony Morgan's Training Academy. Today, looking at a couple issues that, and I say issues, more like similarities. Um, anytime, anytime somebody's throwing a punch at me, okay. Now, whether they're throwing a punch or whether they're swinging a stick, it can be any number of those things. The similarities of what I'm going to show you is some guys call it a pat and carry, okay, which is if I pick the hand up to here, this one's going to come up and this is going to cover here, okay. Now, what happens is a lot of times if I pick this line up here, this one comes up, this is going to cover, this one's going to go in. Now, I can take that and I can also do this here and cover that, which is more Thai boxing. Now, I can start changing these with little tiny movements. Now, when I say movements, if I pick this palm up here, this can move into the eyes, okay? Now, I can move this here and I can hit the face here, all right? Now, I can move this back to here to cover, okay, and I cover here, and I can drive that elbow in. Now, these are the similarities that you start, once you learn the basic principle of the technique, then you can start modifying it, and which you should modify it. You don't want to be stuck in a fixed pattern of training to where all I ever do is this, that's all I'm going to ever do. So now, if I say, okay, I have a blade, okay, now my blade may be from here, okay, to cover that line, and I may strike. Okay, now, off of that, I can palm here, I can cover with the blade. Okay, which turns into a high deflection anytime you're working in collie. Now, if I take the stick, okay, I may move here this way. See how my body's moving here? I'm moving this way, okay? Now, I may move here instead of palm, but now the stick's preceding the hand. So the hand, the stick, sometimes it's stick, hand. And this is where you have to really start experimenting and playing around with variables, okay? Now, there's a lot of variables. I mean, you could go on for, days just working on variables. Now, and I say a variable, this is a variable. I go one here and I thrust. That's a variable, okay? I may cover here, I may pick that up, and I may hit here. That's a variable. Now, having the skill to do the variables, that's the next condition, okay? That you have to have an instructor that's going to lead you through and open your mind up to say, okay, how many things can I do off this one technique? And a lot of times it's just playing. So now, if I pull the blade, I can move here and I can thrust. See, I cover with the blade and I thrust. Now, a lot of times I can cover here and I can pull to here and I can slash. Again, it's the same principle as this, okay? And that's the key one that you need to learn before anything else. And get used to this. Now, the hand may be down, the hand may be up, the hand may be here. Don't get caught up in that, okay? My hands are always going forward. Now, sometimes it's like if my hand is, say for instance, okay, and this is just a thought for you guys, you girls, kids, whoever's watching this. A lot of times if I move here, my hand is down, my hand is always seeking for my blade, okay? I don't want my hand being down here if there's no purpose for my hand being down here, because the gap from here to the guy's face, it's a waste of motion and a waste of time. Now, so if my hand is here, that's because my blade is here. I don't want to just put my hand down there for no reason. Now, So my hands are going to usually be up into here to where I can move here. Okay, I can cover this, okay, which is the same. This is just from the opposite side. So if I move here and I move there, okay, now a lot of times I'm going to move here and I'm going to move here and then I'm going to move here. Getting that secondary hand, or what we call the live hand, keeping it active at all times is going to be important. Now, if I high deflect here, I can hit. I can cover here. I can hit. Be careful with your blades. Don't get too, I could say rambunctious, because what you do in training, you're going to also do in reality. So if I'm careless with my knife, my training knife, and I'm not paying attention to this in training, you go, well, it's just a training knife. It doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Okay, understanding and following that guideline that safety is your number one point. Okay, now, so understanding that when this blade moves here, the blade is always going to be clear from the hand. Now, if I move here and I'm here, okay, now see the hand's placed and the knife is in. And a lot of things that you can remember is if the hand is in, the knife is out. If the knife is in, the hand is back. So those principles are something you can live with. Don't get caught up on if the hand is in. So if I say the hand is in, the knife is back. Okay, how far is back? Okay, is this back? Is this back? Is this back? Is this back? And that's going to be on your skill level. Now, I would never recommend this because now it's a waste of motion. Okay, and the knife is back, yes, the hand is in. But now look at the distance to get inside there. So a lot of times if I'm in here, this is there. So see where my live hand is here? Okay, my blade is in. Now, once this moves, see here. So I'm shortening my strike pattern on my blade. So anyway, I don't want to get too far off the beaten path here. But the parry or the check, this one moves up. This goes to here. This is in. Okay, this is in. This is up. This is in. So that's either called a patent carry or a sweeping bilgi. A lot of times, this is the sweeping bilgi. Okay, this is the sweeping bilgi. Sweeping bilgi. They're all similar. I've been in a lot of different styles, and a lot of them teach the similar thing. They don't always understand what the meaning is behind it. It's like if you get into hard style, you know, when they do this, okay, it's a similar motion. Okay, so they'll cover here, and then they'll fire. Similar motion. You just have to look beyond that motion and say, okay, what happens if I have a gun in my hand? What happens if I have a knife in my hand? What happens if I have a stick in my hand? I can have a cup of coffee in my hand. It's still the same. So anyway, just a little bit on patent carry or sweeping bilgi or high deflection. They're all similar, but yet they're all different. And I think that's it for the day. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the next video.